right, guys, I've got a grab bag of a video for you today. 3 different things I want to talk about. We got a free 10 pull in the mail. Some of you may not know that, so I'm going to show you how to get it. It's obviously really easy. I'm also going to explain why. Really exciting thing, very generous comp for something I personally had no idea was an issue. I'm assuming most players didn't know. If you're aware of this problem, let me know in the comments, but also let me know if you were just like, hey, free 10 pull. I don't even know what this is about. We're going to talk about that. We also have 2 things in the shop to discuss. Aylin has a hero Soulstone that's available in the Awakening shop. And then they have an Arrogance exclusive amulet with crit rate. More on that later, but if you've kept up with the channel and my specific account, that is the ultimate bugaboo of my entire time playing Watch of Realms, at least now that I've pulled Ancient exclusive Lords. I mean, it's the weirdest thing that has evaded me is I cannot get an Arrogance amulet with crit rate. You're not going to believe how many I've forged. And also, just to kick this thing off, before we break down each of those 3 things, I got a good feeling today. I think I'm going to get a Soulstone. Let's hop in here and let's see it. It's my Abyss 1, off to a poor start. How cool would this be if I'm right? All right, looking like a lot of purple. Looking like a lot of purple. Getting a lot of diamonds, though. It is really worth it. As long as your guild is clearing Abyss 1, so you're getting, even if you're getting the bottom chest, as long as you're getting a double chest, you're getting double rewards, it's always worth it to spend the extra 200 diamonds and farm all 3. And looks like I was wrong. All right, I was thinking, hey, how cool would it be if I called my shot in the video? Wrong, fart. All right, moving on. You might have seen in your mailbox, we got this. Compensation for Narissa, Song of the Siren bug fix. 500 mithril, less important to more late game, end game players because we just stockpile this like crazy. I've got 82,000, but still really helpful, especially for early game players. And then a 10 pull. I mean, that's amazing. This is like almost 1,000 diamonds. This is 880 diamonds worth of resources. And then they're giving us a normal refining crystal. That is a huge compensation for a bug patch. I was unaware of this bug. Apparently, Narissa, she applies Abyssal Favor. I mean, this is not apparently. We know this. She applies something called Abyssal Favor to one ally within her attack range. This is going to be the ally with the highest attack. It's an inspiration effect plus an HP regen effect. It's a very cool thing. What was happening was whenever she was applying Abyssal Favor specifically to Salazar, I don't know what clever people figured this out. Once Salazar ulted, the Abyssal Favor spread to everyone else like on your team. And Abyssal Favor is really strong. Let me show you what it does real quick. Here's Narissa. Unfortunately, I do not have her yet. I'm hoping there's going to be some kind of nascent, either for rare summons or divine summons with the anniversary. So hopefully that happens and I'll get a bite at the Narissa apple. Weird way to put that. But you can see Abyssal Favor, it applies to the allied hero with the highest attack in range. She's got that big girl range, and that's going to be a 20% inspiration effect, which is pretty significant because she has higher attack. Not sky high, but it's a very, noteworthy effect, not to the level of a Dolores or Beelzebub or Constance, something like that, but it's not that far off because she has such high base attack. But on top of that, when that unit takes damage, they recover 5% HP of their HP. That's how it scales, and also grants Narissa 1 point to Black Pearls. If you're not going to ult and you want to get the best healing effect and general boosts out of Narissa, you want her fully stacked up with all her Black Pearls, so that's very key. And then additionally, that triggers every 2 seconds. Additionally, every time it happens, that HP regenerative effect is boosted by 100, all the way up to 100%. So it is really, really clutch, really good. I'm assuming people that were clever enough to figure this out were kind of abusing it in Abyss 1, and Moonton said, no, no, no. Does sound like a proper bug, but that was applying to everyone. If Salazar was the guy receiving it and he ulted, it went to everyone, apparently. But if you're like me, you had no idea, and you can simply go here, go to your mailbox, claim it, and you got a 10 pull, you got a refining crystal, and you got 500 mithril. Let's head to the shop now. We're going to start in the Awakening shop. This is a pretty interesting one. So Aylin is the best AoE healer in the entire game without any competition. For strict AoE healing. She brings other stuff to the table too, right? She's got her own form of a damage reduction, not an AoE damage reduction, so it's stackable, very strong. But the key thing with Aylin is she is just the beast of all beasts when it comes to constant AoE healing. She's proven so clutch for a lot of the new content. It used to be in this game that we didn't need such high degrees of healing, so when you chose your healers, it was based off of their support capabilities. She has a couple capabilities, like I said, but the key thing is now we actually need really strong healing, and that's where Aylin comes in. This isn't necessarily for everyone. This is obviously like a luxury purchase. You can see I have a decent stockpile. I'm going to go for it right now, as you're going to see, for two reasons. One, I guess kind of three. One, I've got a decent amount saved. I nearly have enough to buy 3 different hero Soulstones, right? That'd be 1,200. I have just a hair under that. Two, with all the events coming for the anniversary, Moradin, the limited selector, this, that, and the other, I expect I'm going to pull a lot of dupes of heroes. I have a 5, so I would think I'm going to get at least another 300 or 400, 2, 3, 400 of the gold Legendary Awakening tokens through this event. And then also for me specifically, I'm 1 awakening away from her A3. Aylin has really nice awakenings. They seemed bad when she was first released because it's like, who cares about having that much healing? But now we do care about that because we need all that healing. The content's really changed, and her A3 is really good. So during the effect of Lunar Haven, further increase her healing multiplier by 10%. She will max out Lunar Haven in a battle very quickly, and it stays maxed out for the entire battle. So effectively, this first part, she's just going to have an increased healing multiplier on all of her heals by 10%. That's the base healing multiplier. So it's the best way to boost healing is to boost the base healing multiplier. Additionally, when Divine Moonlight reaches the max stacks, the healing range will be extended. It becomes a big square. So this is like the standard Aylin range. It's similar to Diao at A1. You fill in these corners. Cool. I don't care that much about that. It's kind of niche. Really, I just want that healing boost. So for me, I'm going for it. I'm not going to recommend many people go for it unless you have a big stockpile or you're at like some critical awakening. Definitely be sure to go through and review where your Aylin is and if this stone is going to get you very close to a key awakening, or really is it going to immediately unlock a key awakening like the A3, something like that. This is a pretty good one too. Getting the extra rage for every stack of Divine Moonlight. You can have 20 stacks, so it's 120 rage back. Really cutting the cost of the ult. The A5 is very, very good as well. Depends on the content. You don't need to ult with her that often for certain things, but for other things, it's really useful. So for me, it's worth it. But I'm like an endgame player. Make the evaluation for yourself. I wouldn't say this is a must buy for all players, but if you're min-maxing your account, it's worth picking up. So that is going to be my A3 Aylin, and then we'll wrap this thing up. I'm going to purchase this Arrogance Amulet, and then we're going to recast it together, and it needs to be perfect. I've been waiting for this for so long. Anyone that has kept up with the channel, I'm going to show you in 1 second after we A3 Aylin here. There you can see it's the personal Soulstone. It has her face on it. I've pulled, I think, 14 Arrogance Amulets. I've never pulled one with crit rate. And don't think I'm whining and saying I've never pulled a good one with crit rate. I've never pulled one with crit rate. No other qualification. I've never gotten one with crit rate. So I've pulled 13 Arrogance Amulets, right? 3x4 and then 1. Look at this. No crit rate, no crit rate. No, oh, my head's in the way, my big fat head. No crit rate, 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 no crit rate. No crit rate, no crit rate, no crit rate, no crit rate. Wait for it. No crit rate, no crit rate. And then this one, actually, no crit rate. So it's not like I'm saying, oh, I haven't pulled one with crit rate, crit damage, and attack speed. No, I haven't pulled a single one with crit rate. So, it's a new month. They changed the stuff in the Immortal Codex shop. So if you go over there to your dungeon shop, the hammer, you'll see they always feature nowadays one exclusive piece of gear, and you don't know how it's going to roll. There's RNG to that, but they tell you exactly what the substats are. And I would suggest everyone pick this up if you have the dungeon crystals to do so. It's worth it because you can refine it and recast it and make it strong, even if you get a poor roll. And this is a fairly optimal endgame set of substats. It's hard to get a good amulet. I only have 1 on my entire account with crit rate to begin with. Actually, maybe it's 2, but I only have 1 with crit rate and good substats. That's for Kai. But I floated around to other characters when I run a Cataclysm set, obviously. So this will be my new best. You have your classic trifecta of crit rate, crit damage, attack speed. And then here you would either want flat attack, rage regen, or HP bonus. So we're getting one of those 3. For a lot of new content, like you need tankiness on your DPS. So I'd say the HP bonus is going to be optimal for certain things, undeniably. So this is a great pickup. Happy to do it. Let's go. We'll see if we one-hit wonder roll it, but otherwise you're going to see I've got a lot of recasting materials and crystals and all that kind of stuff stocked up. So my 14th ever, this is the only one I didn't forge, the freebie we just picked up, is my first one with crit rate. So here we go, baby. I'm a little nervous, but I'm willing to spend 10 minutes of this video using all, this needs to be perfect. I've waited, it's been half a year. I've been trying to get something like this. So let's see. All right, easy. Incredible first roll. We're done, baby. We're done. There is my Arrogance Amulet. You know what? To celebrate, let's get like a really cheeky build on Arrogance very quickly. Now I can do it. And not Arrogance obviously has fallen off a little bit. He used to, for me, be borderline triple S. He would have been what I'd call double S, a clear top 10 non-Lord hero. He's probably knocked just out of that now. He's probably in that S to S plus range based on my new rankings. But he's pretty awesome. Let's get the best build I can do. Let's see. Here's a pretty good Nightmare piece. What else are we cooking with? So these are kind of our options here. We'll go for the Rage Regen. We're obviously going to take that new beautiful Arrogance exclusive. I've got some nice options here. Let's see. Here's a really, really nice variant I got a little while ago. Maybe some of you guys saw that video. Now we'll just put him in my best Wicked Vengeance. And this is going to be, you know, probably at the moment this is geared, this will be one of the top 100 Arrogance in the world. Something like that. This is a pretty juicy Arrogance right now. A lot of this gear is not going to stay on him. I move all my gear around still. But yeah, this is like some of the best gear on my account. So here's a juiced up Arrogance, baby. It took forever. Thank you to the Dungeon Shop. This rolled really well. It didn't roll like total perfection, but it rolled exceptionally well. I'd give this like a 95, 96 percentile roll. All purple, nothing even low purple, but it's lowish purple. You know, I was kind of thinking we'd get a bad roll and I'd recast till we started seeing some gold. But I mean, how could you ever recast something like this? It's beautiful. Maybe 98th percentile, but not the 99th maybe we were going to hunt for. Really, really cool build. Let's see. 21,500 attack, 1.2 second attack interval. That's without doing, that's pretty sweet that we got him to 477 without doing any attack speed amulet or something. Crit capped, 367, 23% Rage Regen. What do you guys think? Is this one of the best Arrogances at the moment in the game? Also, I know how could my Arrogance be the strongest? He's only A5. I've actually been sitting on a 5th copy. I've actually pulled 2 copies since I've had him A4. One of them I sold off, but I've been sitting on a 5th extra copy, 5th dupe to make him A5 for a very long time. Kind of embarrassing. It's almost 8 months I've had this, and I just hadn't gotten around to the video. I think at long last, now that we have this god tier build, we're going to do this A5 Arrogance video very soon. I can even, like, we could get a promo 2 Iamockery, so I guess that slows me down. I can't get a maxed out Iamockery, but there you go. Fun little eclectic video. Let me know if you like these kind of videos where it's just kind of like, what's going on and more. Let me show you a couple things. I don't do those kind of videos very often at all. Actually, I don't think I've done a video like this in an incredibly long time. So let me know. Enjoy your free 10 pull. Let me know in the comments if you decide to pick up the Arrogance Amulet or the Aylin Stone. I've been Fastidious. Subscribe to the channel. Share with your mother. And I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.